SOAR is ready to put the you in youth. SOAR, Seniors on Air, here on Radyo Katipunan, 87.9 FM. This is your stop for all things pop. Catch our all-around pop culture geek, Chola Sediaren, as he throws in some dose of what's poppin' and what's hot in the pop culture scene here on Popcorn. Munchin' with us every Thursdays from 4 to 6, only here on Radyo Katipunan, 87.9 FM. Radyo Katipunan, 87.9 FM.
Radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan, radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, 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 Katipunan. Voice of the Blue Eagle, kami di mapipigil sa pagbabalitang tumpak at tama. Buhay at tenista, sa loob sa labas ng eskwela, ating ibibida lahat ng kwela. Radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, radyo, Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan. Kawal ni Ignacio, Katipunero sugod, todo sa kayod, tulong at tulong. Lipat na Blue Eagle, galing giting nagigil. Blue and white, one big fight. Radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan, radyo, 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 Katipunan.
It's time for the music class. Join us for an evening of learning music and appreciating the art behind every hum, tune, and beat. Listen to engaging performances and insights from some of the top and upcoming musicians in the scene today. Tune in every Tuesday evening here on The Music Class. Let the music class begin.
Isang mapagpalang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Welcome to the Music Class, your music education program on Radyo Katipunan, 87.9 FM. We are also live on Facebook and YouTube. And listen, watch, and learn from our guests every Tuesday from 7 to 8 p.m. This is your Maestra on air and online, Prof. Batanes, bringing an exciting new way to learn and appreciate music. Well, tonight is a very special night. Maayong buntag, maayong gabi, and good evening to our guests from Nairobi, Kenya. We have Maestra Evelyn, Adil, Salibio, and teacher Maegan, Penaflorida, Galgao. Good evening, Ma'am Eve and teacher Maegan.
Good
Can you
evening.
hear us?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, and we would like to really thank Teo Ricaforte, who is manning the studio there at Radio Katipunan. Well, as you can see, we really planned for this Zoom session, this Zoom music class, because I was actually planning to be in Batanes during this time. And, well, I'm here in Manila, but here in my own studio, here in Makati, and our guests are there in Kenya. And if you see my background, this is a gift from Mom Evelyn. She sent it from Kenya. And Mom Evelyn, can you explain it to me? Ano yung nasa likod ko?
Yan, we call it shuka, Shuka. And that's a traditional, it's multi-purpose, but that's really, what's this, a folk dress of the Maasai people. Yung Maasai, they are parang sila yung mga shepherds, they're original, parang antique sila ng mga tao. And that's how they that's how part of their costume actually. Parang malong kung sa atin
Oh,
malong.
okay.
Yeah, that's how they
Malong,
wear it.
oo, yes. Oo, ako ginagamit ko nga rin siyang kumot or anything. But anyway, yeah, before we continue with this lively conversation, we would like to start with an opening number from our guest pianists, and they will be playing Jamaican Rumba. Jamaican Rumba by Arthur Benjamin for two pianos. So as you can see, live from Nairobi, Kenya, and they're there at the auditorium at Maxwell Academy. You can see the baby grand and the upright piano. So Maestra Evelyn Salibio and teacher Maegan Galgao. Bravo, bravo. Okay, so we will see our guests. They will be walking in and out of the stage, and you can see them. We will also interview them. Well, what we have with us today, we have teacher Maegan Penaflorida Galgao, and Maestra Evelyn Adil Salibio. They're both from Maxwell Adventist Academy in Nairobi, Kenya. So, okay, sorry. Let's start with some introductions. I know you recorded your introduction, but maybe let's start with teacher Maegan. Tell us about what you're doing there in Kenya, in Nairobi, and how long have you been there?
Hi. I'm Maegan, and currently I am working here at Maxwell Adventist Academy as an assistant music director, and I've been here since last year of October.
And she's a nurse.
So you've only been there for a year, Maegan. Where were you teaching before? Before you came to before you moved to Nairobi?
We were at Asia Pacific International University in Thailand.
Thailand. How many years did you stay there?
7 years.
Okay, okay. Hopefully our sound is okay because it's parang you're a bit soft. It's a bit soft on your side, but anyway, I'm glad you can hear me. And then Mom Evelyn is the all-around head of the music department there. What please tell us what exactly do you do there?
Oh, first of all, this is International American School. So we operate talagang American curriculum. It's an international school. So most likely our curriculum is based on American. And so performance-based. Although I teach theories, beginner. I teach all music classes like beginner's band. And that's where I teach theory. It's basic rudiments talaga. And then once they qualify, that's for 1 year. I teach them every day, and they have to master a certain instrument. After that, if they qualify, they do auditions. They go to wind ensemble, which play more challenging pieces, like concert pieces talaga. And then I also teach 3 choirs. Maegan is always assisting. By the way, she's always there in all my classes. She handles mostly percussion, kasi sa percussion they don't read notes, so she handles them. And then I also teach 3 choirs. One is the academy choir, which has really a lot of members kasi everyone is welcome. It's required. So everyone is there except the grade 9. So you can just see the whole school, parang whole school. When we sing, nobody is left in the audience, only the grade 9. Lahat nandito sa stage para magkanta. So there's about almost 80 students. Then the other group, the other choral group is the selected one, yung parang those who really know how to sing. That's what we call choral. It's the one that joins competitions and goes out. And then we have the elementary choir, which again, everyone is required from kindergarten up to, kaya medyo mahirap din kasi you cannot, but we go well all through the years from kindergarten up to grade 8. So that's the, music is an important part dito sa Maxwell. Yeah.
So Ma'am Eve, Maegan is also conducts the symphonic band there, or mainly just the choir?
Assistant ko siya. She helps, but she does not conduct. Although she's in charge of yung mga small group na musicians. She lets them sing. Siya yun. She is good in that.
Oh, okay.
But she plays by ear.
Okay.
By the way, ang galing niya rin sa ear. Hindi ako ganon.
Oh, great. Yeah.
She plays by ear. And
So anyway, before we continue our conversation, Maegan, I'm going to ask you more questions also, no? But before that, I would like us to play a video of Maestra Evelyn conducting the band, symphonic band there in Kenya, and I'm asking our operations coordinator to help us with that. So this is one of her performances this year, the Maxwell Academy Band.
Thank you.
That Mom Eve, this piece is, what's the title of this composition?
At the cross,
What's the title?
at the crossroads, at the
At the
crossroads.
crossroads. Yes. Okay. At the crossroads. I'm actually adjusting to this new setup because I really cannot hear from our Zoom part, but I can hear from our live streaming. This is amazing learning from this sound experience. Well, can you tell us more about this performance? When was this? When did you perform? When? What are the grade levels of the performers? Yeah.
This was after, we did not have music classes for 2 years. So this was after the pandemic. So back to zero talaga, as in it was challenging. Kasi I have to train again. Walang, here in Maxwell, they become good because there's always a turnover. Like seniors go, then are able to train the lower years, and then, but this one wala. So I started from scratch. I think that was the first concert we had after pandemic. So kaya medyo challenging, but we were able to do it. We were able to, and it was really challenging. Back to zero lahat. Kasi the hard work all through the years that you did to this group, all the discipline, everything, parang they were just gone because of the pandemic. So that's the reason why.
Speaking of the pandemic, yeah, speaking of the pandemic, so Maegan was hired after the
Yes,
pandemic.
just last year.
Teacher Maegan. Yeah, teacher. What made you move? What made you move to to Kenya?
Actually, we were called. We did not expect to come here, but then we were praying because we were like jobless that time, and we were just praying and praying. And then one day, Auntie Evelyn messaged me, like, "Are you available? Can you try to apply here? Maybe just to accept the interview." And so we were interviewed and we were accepted.
And just a background, Jonathan, her husband was my student here. He was
Uh-huh.
he was a missionary kid. He has been, in fact, he grew up here. Yeah, Gabi, he grew up here in Africa, different places. Like he grew up in Ethiopia. How many years are we there? 13 years, and then they
Oh,
moved
you
to
grew.
Madagascar, and then of course studied here in Maxwell. So he was my student in 2006. I cannot forget that.
The husband of Maegan, right? Okay. Oh, wow, great. Maybe you could also introduce him. Uh, but then, well, what would be the difference of the life and culture in Thailand than going to for Maegan, for teacher Maegan, to the African culture? What would be the main difference? What do you think?
Main difference, actually, for us as a family, the environment was very similar because we were also inside a nice campus,
Mm.
and it was just like a school and surrounded by,
Trees.
yeah, nature. And same here. So the difference is just like out when you go out the gate. That's when you see the difference. It's really different
Okay.
outside.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
guess no, it's also a, yeah, a sheltered life there. Kasi for our viewers, for the ones who are watching and for the ones who are listening on radio, I'm sure you're all curious, like why this episode on Kenya and why this episode on Africa. Well, we wanted to know more about our music teachers over there, and Africa is so big. It's a continent that when you say Kenya, Kenya is what part of Africa?
East. East Africa.
East of Africa. Okay. So would you say that when it comes to music learning, music teaching, are there I don't know, South Africa, or what parts of Africa is music more active?
Yeah, everywhere. There are really good musicians and good singers, you know. They just need the right tutor, the right that who can guide them. Yun lang yung kailangan nila. But South Africa is a bit 4 hours from here by plane. Sila yung medyo advanced talaga. They are really, into, But Kenya is also not maano din dito. It's really big deal dito sa Kenya ang music. I mean, in terms of their pop, their rock music, their everything, they are good. And even madaming international schools dito. And there's that battle of musicians,
Ah,
music
okay.
teacher. So so it's really important. It's important here. And in fact, here in Maxwell, it's really a big part sa music life ng mga students. I mean, sa life ng students, music is really big part. Hindi siya pwede snabis-snabin. Unlike I know in the Philippines, sometimes backseat, it takes backseat, or dito part of the curriculum. In fact, our schedule is not like after school or hindi. Nasa importante kami, first period yung prep band ko, first period eh. Then my choir is before lunch. Then I have again when ensemble before PE. Hindi siya yung backseat lang. Important na saan talaga, andyan talaga sa time ng students. Sa life na, andyan talaga yung music. So it's not just a backseat na subject dito.
What, Ma'am Eve, what about the preservation? Because I know you said that it's more of following the American curriculum. What about the preservation of the culture, of the Kenyan culture? Do they have any of that? Kasi 'di ba sa atin sa Philippines, very important na ano, yung meron kang Filipino folk song, yung mga kundiman, yung mga ganyan. How about there?
Yeah,
Anong kasama sa curriculum?
parang hindi nga maano kasi we are international. Kahit saan international, I don't think they are trying to interpolate yung ano. But I tried my best every concert I have. Meron talagang kasi natuto ako diyan sa Philippines na importante yung kasi dito hindi but if it's a local school, a Kenyan school, ayun meron sila. Pero international school, I'm just initiative ko lang yon na I always have one song for each group to sing this, to sing that, to sing. Hindi nga kami natuto ng national anthem eh. Ako lang, initiative ko lang din yon.
Oh,
Kasi it's not required,
mm.
parang wala sa
Part of
kanila.
the Filipino
So,
culture kasi, no? Talagang kailangan
oo.
nandyan yung national
Parang
anthem.
initiative ko lang na, hindi pwede to. I would even explain it to my students. Our students are international students na mga Africans din. In the Philippines, you are not supposed to, first subject that you have to take is the national anthem. Ginaganon ko sila. So, initiative ko lang din yung
Mm.
ng national anthem, it's pag sa local school, they have their own festivals. They have ang international schools, we have our own festival too. Na sila meron din,
Oh,
which is
talagang separate, no? But
yeah.
anyway, so speaking about the culture, I know I asked both of you to sing for us a sample of an African song, and maybe Teacher Maegan or Mom Eve can tell us about the song first before singing it for our
Now,
audience.
this song is called Jumbo. Jumbo is, when you greet, pag safe ka na. Jumbo, hi, hello. So, Jumbo Buana. Buana is sir or sometimes Mr. Okay? But usually sir. So, Jumbo Buana, hello sir. Habari Gani, that's why you were asked, how are you? Habari, Abari. That way, silent H pala sila. Habari Gani, how are you? Then, Mzuri Sana, yan ang alam na alam ko. Mzuri Sana, Mzuri. We are fine. I'm fine, Mzuri Sana. Then, Wageni Mwara Kibishwa, visitors are welcome. Then, of course, the famous line, Kenya Yetu in our country, the famous line, Hakuna Matata, which is, there are no worries. No worries at all. Hakuna Matata. So, we got this from this is one of the songs I taught the choir. I mean, they know, everyone knows the song because we hear it through the radio, but yung talagang notated, this is the song I taught my choir, actually.
Thank you. Yeah.
And the drummer is the husband of Maegan. Jumbo, Jumbo Buana, habari gani, mzuri sana, wageni, mwakaribishwa, Kenya yetu, hakuna matata. Jumbo, Jumbo Buana, habari gani, mzuri sana, wageni, mwakaribishwa, Kenya yetu, hakuna matata.
Jumbo,
Oh,
Jumbo Buana,
Jumbo,
habari gani,
Jumbo
mzuri sana,
Buana,
wageni, wakaribishwa, Kenya yetu,
hakuna matata. Jumbo, Jumbo Buana, habari gani, mzuri sana, wageni, mwakaribishwa, Kenya yetu, hakuna matata. So that's Jumbo.
Bravo, bravo. Maraming salamat po. Alam mo, nakaka-inspire, no? Kasi for our viewers, lalo na yung mahilig sa Disney, no, and Lion King, na talaga pa lang yung Hakuna Matata is really an African African word. So anyway, nakaka-inspire, and if you are watching and if you are on Radyo Katipunan Facebook page, my apologies if I cannot read all of your comments right now. I know that Alpha Grace Feriol says hello, Tita Eve. We have Joy Cabo Abrogenia, who's watching from Cebu. Okay. Jami Relioso, that's Dr. Jami Relioso, who is I believe she is in somewhere in Naga, in Bicol. And I'm having problems checking all your comments. Kasi alam nyo, every time na 7 o'clock na, saka yung mga kaibigan ko or yung iba bigla na lang magme-message sa Facebook. Hello, Jonathan, musta ka na? O I'm watching now, ganon. So actually, it doesn't help for everybody, no? It doesn't really help because I get rattled and I cannot multitask and check all of your messages right now. And I don't know why everybody messages at this time. We have to focus on the radio program. But just to let all of you know, you have a lot of greetings from everybody. If you have any questions, we'll try to answer your questions. But for now, we will listen to another duet. Is it okay? We will listen to another duet. This is the Bach Siciliano. It's originally for flute. And yes, you may go to the piano now, since It's my face on the on the screen, and this is Radyo Katipunan, the music class, and we have with us um, Maestra Evelyn, Adil Salibio, and teacher Maegan, Penaflorida, Galgao, performing to us live from Nairobi, Kenya, from the Maxwell Adventist Academy, and performing a two-piano version of Bach's Siciliano. Thank you so much for that rendition of Bach's Siciliano. And well, this is the first time we're experimenting this on the music class. We're doing a live program from very, very far Kenya. And I'm here at my studio in Makati, and we have our Radio Katipunan studio at the Jesuit Communications building at the Ateneo de Manila University. And if you have comments and if you have suggestions, please do post on our comment section on Radio Katipunan Facebook page, and tell us about how the sound is coming along. A while ago, when we were doing our sound check, we had to really do a lot of things. As you can see, this is probably the first time that we're having a real grand piano on this show. Normally, we just have an electronic keyboard. So now we have two pianos over there in Africa. But besides that, I wanted to talk to both. I wanted to ask both of you on your careers, because I know both of you were, well, you both of you were nurses or nursing students. So let's start with Maegan. Maegan, by the way, we have a lot of your friends from Cebu are also um messaging. Teacher Jovelyn Yu from Cebu is also watching, and I'm getting a lot of messages now on Facebook, on Messenger. I'm getting rattled with so many messages, but I'm glad. Please keep on keep those messages, and we'll probably answer after the show. So let's go to Maegan. Nursing to music. Tell us about that. What made you decide to become a music teacher instead of a nurse?
Actually, it's just like it's fate. Because after I passed the board exam, I wanted to proceed to like renal to become a renal nurse. But then my mom also is um,
Her mom was a music graduate too.
yeah, and so she wanted me to help her teach piano in the school that she was teaching. And in Philippines, the what is this? The salary for nurses actually low. so, and so and so okay, let me just try for this time. But then I get married, and so I totally left my nursing
Passion.
passion. So in Thailand, and in Thailand, I could not practice nursing as well because I don't want to be far from my husband. And then I get my children, and then I just started like teaching piano at home first, and then Mr.
Alwin.
Alwin Jonathan requested me to help him also in the music department. And then I really did not practice nursing at all since
Well, we have a surprise for you, Maegan, later. They're just preparing it, but they will play it later. But before that, let's ask Mom Eve about her story from nursing to music.
Yeah, mine, I really love music ever since I was small. I came from the province in Jensan. That's where I came from. And I used to admire pianists, and I am surrounded with music. My siblings are all playing, different kinds of, and we have piano at home. But I think I was being bullied by them. They keep on playing the piano, and I don't have a chance. There are six of us in the family, so never a chance. But I always thought I want to be a concert pianist like that. I always have that dream. But then my dad, who was a pastor, really wanted us to be a nursing student. So I obeyed that. But then my agreement with him, yung agreement ko is, Dad, after I'm done nursing, if I follow, he thought I would really love nursing. But it's okay, nursing is okay with me. Love ko rin, pero hindi talaga, music talaga eh. And then I told my dad, after I'm done nursing, I'll pass the boards, then I'll go to music. He thought, ma-in love talaga ako. Hindi eh. I was senior in the nursing. Already graduating, 2 months before graduating in nursing, I was already holding a Beethoven sonata, and then nangangati na yung kamay ko. I really want to play this. My teacher was lecturing about nursing, all these things. Ako, nung nasa book, talagang I want to play this. So right after then, pag-graduate ko, I passed the boards. I told my dad, this is the time. And so, wala silang magawa except to support me.
Yeah.
And
Depende
actually,
talaga
right
sa
now,
calling, no? Oo.
it's not that I like nursing. Pwede siya second. Actually, pwede siya yung second. Pero talagang hindi eh. Until now, I have that high satisfaction every time eh. Kahit hindi nga piano eh, kahit mag-choir lang ako, after the performance, I have that high na, ay, ang sarap ng feeling. Kahit pa, minsan may mali, minsan it's not the sound that I want, or even when I play piano, I make mistakes. But still, may high eh. Parang, then I look at my classmates who are mostly in the US na mayayaman. And every time I'd go there, they would always tempt me, why don't you practice nursing? Kami bahala sa'yo. We'll take care of you. We can just ipasok ka lang namin, ganyan-ganyan. Kasi may mga nursing home sila. But I don't know why I'm not really, kita ko naman ang lifestyle nila. And I think they are holding 3 jobs. Ganito ang job nila. Pero hindi, yung quality of life. I don't want to go in that. Kasi I have my family now, and happy naman ako sa family. It's not work. I mean, maganda yung, I mean, I have that high music as a musician, and then balance lang din. That's why I love music.
Okay. Well, nakakatuwa kayong dalawa eh. Alam nyo, hindi lang musician and ano, but you're also missionaries there in Africa. It reminds me of a missionary that ito naman is an American, I believe, no, si Pastor Rice. He's an American and missionary naman siya sa Imugan dito sa northern part of the Philippines. And in fact, the Ateneo de Manila University gave him a posthumous award. I believe Gawad Tanglaw ng Lahi. And I was there. I met his yung mga taga-Imugan ay nagpunta sa Ateneo at na parang tuwang-tuwa sila no kasi yung service netong si Pastor Rice ay walang katumbas and for him to choose instead of living in a luxurious life nakakatuwa ito but I know just for trivia for our before we play that surprise pala kay Maegan, my friend Joe Dapo told me, he's also a nurse by the way, that Maxwell Adventist Academy is located in Ongata Rongai. Am I pronouncing it correctly? With a view of the Ngong Hills. Ngong ba tawag doon? Where
Ngong.
Karen Blixen's farm was located. Karen Blixen wrote a memoir of her life in Ngong in the book Out of Africa, and which was also an Academy Award-winning film starring Meryl Streep and Robert Redford. Yon. So, para lang sa mga viewers natin na hindi basta-basta yung place nyo rin, no? Very, very scenic din. Parang katulad ng Batanes na hopefully magkaroon tayo ng live show from Batanes. But anyway, I'd like us to play this video for Teacher Maegan and this surprise video, and I'm sure all of our viewers will also enjoy this. cute. How old were you then, Maegan, teacher Maegan?
Like elementary.
Elementary.
I cannot remember.
Well, according to your good friend, Jovelyn Yu, who is very active with us here at MTNA Philippines, I think you were 10 years old then. I think this was a Mendelssohn piece, if I'm not mistaken. Hunting song yata, or no, something like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, the reason why I played that para makita ng ano no ng viewers natin na wow, piruin mo naman. This was your performance in Cebu. Cebu
Yes.
pa ito, no?
Ay, daw ni
This coming December 5 kasi for our supporters here at Radyo Katipunan. This December 5 magkakaroon kami ng live Radyo Katipunan at in Cebu. Well, I will be in Cebu, and this is another new thing that we're going to try, that perhaps those who are in Cebu will also play some Christmas music and everything, and we could have this type of thing. But sa'yo naman, Maegan, well, at a very young age, there's actually another video, but we won't have time to. I don't know if we have time to play that. You were 8 years old naman. Mozart, I think a sonatina, Viennese sonatina. But and then si Ma'am Eve naman was telling us, no, Gensan. So you grew up in Gensan, Ma'am Eve? Okay. Maegan grew up in Cebu. Sila Ma'am Eve naman, they're from
Yeah, I
Gensan.
grew up there, 16 years.
Wow, 16 years. Uh very very far place in Mindanao. Kilala siguro ng mga tao si
Yeah.
Manny Pacquiao
Come again?
dun sa area na
Parang
yon.
naglat.
But
Yeah, during that time, nung nandun ako, hindi pa siya sikat. Wala pa.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
ito naman,
Sorry,
announcement lang sa
naputol.
lahat din. For those of you who would like to join the MTNA Philippines Thanksgiving recital, we have one coming up this coming November 26. And MTNA Philippines stands for Music Teachers Network Alliance Philippines. And we are not just uniting teachers around the Philippines, but also around the globe. So ang perfect example nito ay sila Ma'am Eve and sila Teacher Maegan, na teacher sila dyan sa Kenya. So marami na tayong mga teachers around the globe. We have an international coordinator na based in Vietnam, si Teacher Dennis Dapul, and teachers from the UAE, from Brunei, from Melbourne, from New Zealand, meron sa Brazil, all parts of the world, all Filipino teachers, and we gather them. And hopefully we can also invite them here at the music class to perform for us. But in the meantime, our focus is our guests from Kenya. And meron pa silang another number for us. And this is an arrangement from the opera Carmen. The last time we heard, if you recall, the habanera last Tuesday, we heard a 10-year-old playing the habanera on the violin. But this time, this is a famous baritone solo, Toreador, and arranged for two pianos to be played by Maestra Evelyn Adil, Salibio, and teacher Maegan Penaflorida Galgao, live from Nairobi, Kenya. So I think we're having some technical problems. So let me just ask our Teo to play the greeting of Mom Evelyn Salibio.
Hi, I am Evelyn Salibio, currently the music director of Maxwell Adventist Academy based in Nairobi, Kenya, East Africa. I teach three choirs, the choir, academy choir, which is composed of are almost 80 members, the chorale, which is a selected group, and the elementary choir. I also teach two bands, the beginners band and the more advanced band, which we call the wind ensemble. And on top of that, I also teach piano. And I'm very happy to be part of this program to share what we have here. Thank you.
But maybe I can ask you, ano ba yung mga gazelles na sinasabi mo nandun? What kind of animals are those?
They are gazelles. They're called Thompson gazelles. Antelopes. And
Harmless, harmless.
harmless. Ang dami namin dito. I cannot count. The first time we came, there were only 14. Tapos, gusto namin magdami, mag-multiply. So, Maxwell bought a male. Kasi puro female eh. Then, bought a male. And so, dumami na nang dumami until by pack na sila, nag-aaway na. Minsan makita mo na lang may patay na doon. Mag-fight na yung may very territorial. May territory yung isang lalaki doon. And mag-away-away sila, sungay-sungay. And so, but there are very many. So, it's parang part sa aming. And it's also relaxing to the eyes pag nakita mo
Pero
sila.
hindi sila nangangagat sa tao?
Ay,
Ganon?
wala. They are harmless.
Wow,
sila
galing
sila pa nga tatakbo. Yun nga, parang tinry ko na talaga sana hindi tatakbo. But they are.
Diyan lang meron. Sa Pilipinas, hindi sila pwede, no? Siguro. Ano bang environment yan?
At saka dito, bawal kinukuha talaga. We are 10 minutes away from a game park. So bawal pag merong namamatay, kinukuha nga nila. Basta bawal Kaya we don't, minsan nga, tinitakers talaga sila ng minsan nakakaano sila sa mga, kasi may mga, what's this, volleyball? The net. Minsan na tatrap sila doon. Soccer yan.
Oh.
Talagang isi-save namin. Talagang we take care of them.
Wow, ganda. After this show, you can read the greetings, no? But in the meantime, meron dito Ida May Rabanes Ancheta greeting you, Ma'am Evelyn. Okay. And just popped on the comments right now. Our very international pianist and who is wide awake in New York, Rowena S. Arieta, also watching now. So can you imagine that? What an honor for us that she is wide awake. I'm sure it's almost 8 a.m. in New York. And your other greetings, Ma'am Neri Berasio also, and Ate Charlene Reyes from Palawan. She's saying, LOL, laughing out loud at studying Beethoven Sonata in nursing class. Sabi nga niya. Okay, marami pang mga comments. Yes, ma'am.
I think it's nice that because Rowena Arieta is watching, it's nice to mention that Maegan is a student of Mrs. A student. I think so.
Yes, oo nga pala. Maegan studied with Miss Nadala. Also as a student of Mrs. A. And of course, Ma'am Evelyn Salibio also studied with Mrs. A, Professor Carmencita Arambolo. And what a big, she has really inspired all of us. Even dyan nga sa JESCOM, no? Si Father Manuling Francisco also. Yung mga compositions ni Father Manuling Francisco, compositions nila nila Ma'am Rowena Arrieta, lahat yan mga influence din ni Mrs. Arambulo. Okay. Now, before we end tonight's program, would you like to have your final greetings, Teacher Maegan, Mom Evelyn, before we end tonight's program? Final greetings?
Shout out to my family. I think they're watching too. And thank you for inviting us to play because I don't know. What do you call this? Like we could it's like forcing us to improve.
Forcing us to practice.
Forcing you to practice, ganun eh. Hindi, mahirap nga magano no kasi sabi, sige na please, kailangan live. Hindi lang recording kasi syempre parang it's like watching live there sa auditorium nyo dyan, di ba? And can you imagine siguro yung mga viewers natin ngayon, sabi nila, wow, meron palang grand piano dyan sa Africa. Meron palang,
Imagine that.
parang katulad nung sabi nung iba, wow, sa Pilipinas pala, no, maraming magagaling na music teachers, parang ganon. So anyway, as you prepare, we'll ask you to prepare and play your last piece. So we're about to end our show. I would like to thank both of you for gracing tonight's The Music Class. And thank you also to our viewers. Next week we have harpist, October 24, for The Music Class. We will she will also perform live in her home, in her studio. And before we end this evening's program, Maestra Evelyn, Adil Salibio, and Teacher Maegan, Penaflorida Galga will be playing an arrangement of Carol of the Bells. This is a very, very popular Ukrainian carol. And this ends tonight's The Music Class. Thank you all for tuning in to The Music Class. Join us again next Tuesday, October 24, from 7 to 8 p.m. for an evening of appreciating and learning more about music. This is your Radyo Katipunan's Maestro, on air and online, Prof. Batanes, bidding you good night and thank you all for supporting The Music Class. Just Mamahas.
It's time for the music class. Join us for an evening of learning music and appreciating the art behind every hum, tune, and beat. Listen to engaging performances and insights from some of the top and upcoming musicians in the scene today. Tune in every Tuesday evening here on The Music Class. Let the music class begin.
Radyo